House approves 40 billion cut in food stamps over 10 years. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and read this whole article. If you guys want to check it out, I will leave a link in the description box. But basically, I'm gonna paraphrase what they're saying, and basically for people who receive government assistance, for you guys that don't know what that is, that's food stamps, EBT, welfare, however you want to say it. They're saying over the course of 10 years, they're going to pretty much take $40 billion from government assistance. Now, what this means is that everybody will be getting cut. You know, some money will be out of your monthly assistance every month. And basically, you know, I don't agree with this fully. But, you know, all they're trying to do is get more money for the war so they can go somewhere and tear up shit and get some more oil. That's pretty much all they're trying to do. And I don't think this is the right way of going about cutting back money from government assistance. And I've said this for a while now. I think there was an article, I think last year sometime, on this. What they should do is that anybody who was applying for government assistance should be drug tested. There's a lot of people out here who receive assistance, and the first thing they thinking about on the first or whenever you get your benefits, oh, let me go buy a bag of weed, let me go shopping. Not trying to better themselves, not trying to get out here and use that money so that they can find some type of employment and pay taxes like everybody else. Not taking care of their kids. Not putting some food in the refrigerator. Their first thing is going shopping or going buy a bag of weed or just going spending money on bullshit. And there's a lot of people out here who are basically living and depending on government assistance. Don't get me wrong, there's people out here who need it, and especially the times that we live in nowadays when there's lack of jobs and people are getting laid off left and right. You know, government assistance is needed. But you have people who don't use that as a crutch, and they're still out here looking for employment, you know, on their grind, as if they don't have anything coming in monthly. And then you have people who get complacent by it. And then you have people who just don't give a damn at all. They just, okay, well, the government is giving me this amount of money a month. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to go out here and look for a job or, you know, try to advance my education or anything like that. They basically just want to live off of the government and other people's taxes. So my suggestion, if we're going to cut back on benefits, let's not punish everybody. Let's not punish those who, you know, are out there trying and trying to get on their feet and better themselves. Let's take those people who are applying, have them drug tested. If you come back positive for any type of drug or marijuana or anything like that, you're not approved. Make it a mandatory, because then that'll be money too. I was gonna say make it a mandatory rehab program, but then you're talking about money doing that. So I would just say that maybe we can have small rehabilitation programs, but at the same time make it to where you cannot get approved. Maybe you can get approved for a food voucher or something like that, but as far as the money or your complete package of the benefits, make it to where those people are not approved until they come back clean. Make it to where there's 2 to 3 random drug tests throughout their time on government assistance. And what this will do is that this will take away a lot of the money that's being given to these people who basically use government assistance as a crutch or as a way to provide their drug habit or provide their shopping habit and so on and so on. Let's not punish those who actually need those benefits. And you know, again, like I said with the government, you know, it's all a plan to help them. They want to cut back on government assistance so that they can have money. So they want to go to war and steal some more oil or go and kill some more poor people or whatever. They want to have the funding for it. And that's basically what it all boils down to. But taking away $40 billion from people who are already struggling, I think that's a problem, and it's putting people into a deeper hole that they're already in. There's other ways of going about doing cutbacks, and don't punish those who actually need that assistance, those who are actually responsible with the assistance and actually trying to get on their feet. Don't punish them because of the government's own selfish purposes, or those who use assistance as a crutch. But you guys give me your feedback on what you think about food stamps, government assistance, all that as a whole. I would like to hear what people think about it, because we do have those people out here that don't want to find a job, don't want to better themselves. They just basically want to live off of the government and other people's tax money year after year. And me being somebody who pays taxes and gets up and goes to work every morning whether I feel like it or not, I think that's a problem. If you need food stamps or whatever, cool, I have no problem with that. I know times is hard, but at the same time, we have to be very wise of the people who are getting on government assistance, because there's a lot of people out here who are doing fraudulent shit and really don't deserve it and are really just being lazy. But that's all I have to say. You guys give me your feedback. If you want to check out the article, it will be in the description box. I'm out.